and you are watching Peach Perfect. Thanks so much for tuning in. So today I have got a beauty product review, no clothing today, and I am super excited. I've just gotten it in and I'm having good luck so far, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in just a second. Before I jump into the details on this, a couple of reminders. One, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Please subscribe. You don't want to miss out on all the awesome videos I've got coming up soon. Two, I do have an Amazon wish list. So if there's something in particular that you want to see me review or be a guinea pig for, definitely check out my Amazon wish list. And three, I do have a Patreon account. So if there's more of an exclusive side to me that you want to see, definitely check out my Patreon. I post weekly exclusive selfies and videos, actually. So lots of good content on there that only my patrons see. So on to the good stuff. So today I am going to be talking about a company and product called MYRO. And what it is it's a little deodorant. And a couple things that I love about this whole idea, and again, let me just give you kind of a little recap of my deodorant experience. So probably about 6-8 years ago, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but typically in antiperspirants, the main ingredient, the aluminum something, is being linked to Alzheimer's, dementia. They're linking it to all sorts of horrible things. And at that point, when I read this article, and there's a ton of research, a ton of articles about it. I'm not a doctor, but there's nothing in this world that scares me more than either of those things. Having taken care of family members that have passed from that, it's very personal and it's very scary to watch, and nothing in this world scares me more than that. And so when I found out the correlation between the two, I vowed to myself that I would never use another deodorant with this aluminum product in it, and I haven't. But that's the tricky part, is that these all-natural deodorants that don't have the antiperspirant and only have the anti-deodorant, so they just take care of the odor and not the perspiration, it makes it kind of tricky, because I'm a sweater. I sweat, and I'm also extremely sensitive to like fragrances and everything. I break out in a rash from like anything. I have to be super careful about what lotion I use and what chapstick I use, and I'm very sensitive to products. So it's very hard for me to find things that work, and I have tried them all. I've tried Native. Native gave me horrible rash all around my armpit with like cyst bumps in there that like were there for like a month at a time, and they were so big and so painful. They were like the size of a lima bean. Nothing against Native, nothing against most of these products. Everything works differently for different people. But I tried Schmidt, and I tried Jason, and I tried anything that you can think of that's all natural, organic, aluminum free, I tried. And none of them have worked. I've either sweat through them in like 5 minutes and reeked after. And being a dental hygienist, I can't really have stinky armpits, because the last thing you want to do is go get your teeth cleaned and be smelling BO the whole time. So some of them worked and didn't like break me out, but I sweat through them in 5 minutes and I stank. And then the other ones that worked with odor, I was allergic to or had a reaction to of some sort. Now they typically say, any of the companies that have these new, like more organic deodorants, they typically say that you want to give it like at least 3 to 4 weeks for your body to kind of adjust to it. So I just basically finished my first week using this, and I know usually within a week or two if I'm going to be allergic to them. I just tried another, oh my God, super expensive one that was like $11 at Target, and it was very, 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 very perfumey. It was like a rose scent, and it actually smelled really good, but it was like overwhelming perfume smell. And as soon as I opened it, because it was closed, so you couldn't like smell it at the store, so I had to get it. And as soon as I smelled it, I looked at my husband and I was like, I'm gonna break out from this because it's too perfumey. And within, I think, 5 days of using it, it actually worked scent wise, but literally my armpits had huge red rings around it. They were so tender. I could barely shave for a couple days my armpits just because they were so like raw. So I couldn't use it. And that's basically what happens to me like every month. I try a new one and it doesn't work. So I haven't given it a full month, but so far so good. But even if it doesn't work for me, I'm really excited about this company because they stand for a lot of the things that I really love and care about. So one of which they're super, let me just, I want to show y'all some of the things. So basically all of their scents are plant powered and mood boosting for everybody. They're hardworking, long lasting formula with no toxic anything, which is super important to me. Our biggest organ in our body is our skin, and what you put on your skin affects us big time. So I am a big believer in putting as much natural stuff on and in my body as possible. The main thing that I love about this is that they've got refillable cases and recyclable deodorant pods. So what happens is when you order one, basically the way that this works is you order the color pod, the case that you want, not pod, the case that you want. And I think they've got like, they've kind of got like a rust color, a mint, kind of like a purple, the rose, like the magenta color, a gray, and a light gray, kind of like a blue, and then like a real dark slate black gray. So then what you do is you get these little pods and you just pop the pod in, screw it down, and so you keep this little case, and it is good for the environment because they're using a ton less plastic to wrap the pods in. The plastic around the little pod that goes into the case is super thin. So then they've got a bunch of different scents to choose from as well. And the cool thing is it's one of these like where you can order, like it's like a big shipment like every 3, 4, 6 months. So you typically get 3 pods each time you order, which is awesome because then you're also cutting back on like shipping if you were just to get one at a time, which again is good for the environment. So I just love what this company stands for. I love what they're trying to do, and it's really relatively cheap compared to some of the other ones. And you know, they're basically about $10, but the cool thing is that when you try it out for the first time, you get the case for free, and then you're only paying $10 for the actual pod. Then typically you get 3, like I said, 3 each time you get a shipment, and they're $30, so $10 a piece. So yes, it's definitely more on the pricey side, but it's not as bad as some of the ones that I've tried that are like, you know, $20 a piece, and they're bad for the environment because they're using a bunch of plastic that you can't recycle. So the one that I tried, the scent is, so they've got, it's called it's called Solar Flare, and it's orange, juniper, and sunflower. Then there's another one called the Big Dipper. It's got bergamot and lavender and another word that I have no idea how to pronounce, so I'm sorry. Then the one that I got, and I like, it's kind of strange, but I like, it's not something that I would have expected for deodorant, but I thought that it sounded like it would be a good scent for like the way I smell. And it's cucumber, jasmine, and spearmint, and it's called the Chill Wave. Pillow Talk is apparently one of their big ones, and it's violet leaf, wild something, and another word that I have no idea how to pronounce. Sorry, y'all. Then cabin number 5 is a word that I can't pronounce, patchouli and geranium. And then open air is just unscented. So they do have just a scent free, which is awesome as well. But I like what they stand for. So even if they don't work for me, because I'm just super sensitive to everything, I like what they stand for. I like that they're trying to be very proactive in helping the environment, which is super important. So give them a try. I'm going to reach out to them since I like it so far and see if they will give me a code for all of y'all if you want to try it. Because I've seen a couple bloggers that have done, like a code that you can get it for $5 instead of $10. So let me reach out to them. I'll keep y'all posted. And if I do get a coupon code, I'll post it to the bio of this video. I just need to reach out to them because I wanted to see if I liked it first before I was, giving y'all a product, a bunch of coupons for a product that I didn't like. So I definitely want to reach out to them and see if they will do that, which I'm sure they will. So hopefully they will. So keep stay tuned on that. I'm a little frazzled, as you can see, and I don't know why. I think it's just I've got a lot of stuff to do today, so bear with me because I know that this video has kind of been painful with my stuttering and stammering. But I hope that was helpful. I will keep y'all posted on how this is working for me. So far, so good. I'm not smelling terrible. With this, you definitely have to reapply more than you would an antiperspirant. And that's with any of the just anti-deodorants that you're going to use because you are sweating through it a little bit more. So you definitely have to use, I usually keep this in my makeup bag. So I just can kind of reapply a couple times throughout the day. But I'd much rather have that than make it easier for me to get dementia and Alzheimer's and all that crazy stuff. So definitely check them out. And like I said, I'll keep y'all up to date on if we get a coupon code or not. But I hope that was helpful, and I hope that y'all are having a great weekend. If you want to find me on Instagram, you can do so at mypeachperfect, and my personal account is badassglass. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. Mwah.